Archives of Prasar Bharati presents the timeless treasure of golden era.
Let us straight away go to the Barak Valley in southern Assam, bordering Bangladesh, where a joint Indo-Bangla project is on to control flood and erosion.
The river Barak is a devastating river in the Barak Valley, and its main characteristics is the meandering. It has originated from this in Manipur district and has travelled up to Bhanga with 532 kilometers in length. And from Bhanga it has bifurcated to two rivers, mainly Surama, that has flown directly to the Bay of Bengal, and other is the Kushiara, which has flown along the Indo-Bangladesh border, keeping in the left bank the Karimganj town and in the right bank the Bangladesh itself.
In fact, the people on the two sides share the same kinds of problems and concerns, with their lifestyles too being the same.
Barak.
The Barak, after flowing down from the Manipur hills, bifurcates at this spot called Bhanga. That other side is Bangladesh.
আমার এইটো আপনার বরাকর পানিটো এপিনে আহে এই মানে দুই ভাগ হই যায় ওই মানে এটা পর্যন্ত যায় আপনার
This stream is the Kushiara and this one is the Surma.
আলটিমেটলি আপনার এই মেঘনার লগতে হইছে আপনার কুশিয়ারা টু এনেকা হইছে ultimately Bangladesh goise.
Earlier, 60% of the Barak water used to flow down the Kushiara and 40% down the Surma. But with heavy siltation in its bay, the Surma's capacity has been reduced. This has resulted in a backflow to the Kushiara, causing more floods and erosion in both India as well as in Bangladesh. Floods and erosion being two common problems on both sides, it has led to the necessity of setting up this joint survey. Erosion is in fact one of the biggest problems in the northeast.
This erosion towards the downstream of the Karimganj town is still there, and therefore this joint river commission has suggested to complete this survey works with the Indian people at large. That is why this survey is at present going on, and after completion of this survey, new projects will be evolved, new projects will be advised, and accordingly we will take up the matter.
The joint Indo-Bangla survey of the river has been on for several weeks now, with engineers from both sides spending several hours every day sailing up and down the Surma collecting data. Like most other rivers of the region, the Surma too is unpredictable, with the depth of its river bed varying from place to place. The uncertainty of the rivers of the region, including the Surma, has been mostly attributed to the high seismicity of the northeast. This engineer from the Bangladesh side, who had been involved in the joint survey since the beginning, says collection of accurate data is very important for making a correct assessment of the river's character. This will help us draw up a better plan to manage the river so that the havoc it creates during the rainy season can be reduced and the losses brought down.
মডেল টেস্ট করার জন্য এগুলো একটা প্রজেক্ট তৈরি করা হবে, প্রজেক্ট তৈরি করে সেটা ইয়ে করা হবে, ওইটাকে কাটা হবে দুই দেশের হায়ার অথরিটির মাধ্যমে।
The Surma's water, like that of the Brahmaputra and other rivers of the region, is muddy, thanks to heavy deforestation in the catchment areas that led to erosion of topsoil in the hills. But the survey is on in full swing, with the engineers of the joint team working overtime to complete their assignment within schedule.
Jute is an important product of the northeastern region. Assam is said to be the second largest producer of jute in the country. Let us visit a jute mill to find out how it actually functions.
The Brahmaputra and the Barak valleys in Assam are home to a wide variety of crops, and jute is one of the most important cash crops among them. Assam grows about 20% of India's total jute output and is considered the second largest producer, next only to West Bengal. Jute grows in low-lying areas and needs constant water as it grows and matures. On maturity, the tall plants are removed and then kept soaked in water for several weeks so that the fiber of the branch, that itself is the jute, becomes soft and ready for use. While the common man uses the raw jute directly obtained from the plant for minor uses, commercial jute is produced after processing it in factories. One such factory is located at Silghat in Nagaon district of central Assam.
The Assam Cooperative Jute Mill, which was commissioned in the year 1970. And after working about 14 years in the rough weather, in the initial stage, for the different infrastructural and financial constraint, it had to close, and it remained closed for 14 months. After that, under the terms of Assam Accord, this mill was rehabilitated, and the central government provided only 2.40 crores rupees. After that, it was reopened in the year 1986, 1st January, and since then, the jute mill is working. Though it was some in rough weather up to the year 1993, but after that, from the year 1993, it is making a continuous, constant profit in the every year, and it has made a sufficient surplus by which it has discharged all the accumulated losses and all liabilities. Now this industry, I feel, is a very good position. It is completely free from the liabilities.
This jute industry, incidentally, is one of the few profit-making public sector units under the government of Assam. And it has provided direct employment to over 1,000 persons, all local youth. They work in 2 shifts from morning till late evening, producing various jute-based products. The processing of jute and manufacturing sacks or gunny bags from it is a lengthy process. The jute comes in bales from the villages, and then they are separated according to different levels of coarseness and smoothness of the fiber. The fiber itself undergoes a lengthy process of uniformity so that products of various kinds can be made from them. The jute yarn is then wound into spindles, making them ready for weaving gunny cloth. There are as many as 150 looms that weave the yarn into gunny or hessian cloth. The hessian is then used for manufacturing sacks and bags of different sizes as is required by the consumers. The mill also manufactures the typically red and green jute carpets and mats that are mostly used in government offices. The sacks and bags are manually stitched, after which they are also labeled according to the needs of the consumers. The mill authorities also adhere to strict quality control examinations that look into the stress and load capacity factors of the final product. Jute, after all, has a bright future now that there's an increasing awareness against the ill effects of plastic and polyethylene.
The hill Miris of Lower Subansiri are comparatively a small group among the tribes of Arunachal Pradesh. Come, let us have a look at their way of life.
Arunachal Pradesh, located in the eastern flanks of the Great Himalayas, is home to several colorful and interesting tribes. Lower Subansiri, incidentally, is one of the few districts in the hill state that has considerably good roads and bridges, which in turn have contributed to a speedier economic development of the people living there. One of the interesting tribe among them are the hill Miris, who are inhabitants of the Lower Subansiri district. They reside mostly by the side of the Subansiri, a river that is still believed to bring down with it small quantities of gold dust from the Himalayas.
हम लोग का बस्ती ये सैदल बस्ती है और किगम है रागा एरिया का ये लोअर सुबनसिरी पड़ता है ये हम लोग का बस्ती में गवर्नमेंट तरफ से ये टीना देता है घर बनाने के लिए और लाइट इलेक्ट्रिक लाइट देता है रात का ये उजाला के लिए और पाइप देता है हम लोग का पानी का लिए पीने का लिए.
But another basic necessity, the firewood, is still collected from the forests in the hill slopes, which is an activity carried out by the village womenfolk. The hill Miris have two types of houses, the one that is constructed on the ground and the other with a raised bamboo platform. Bamboo is an inseparable part of life and culture of the hill Miris. The main construction material is bamboo, while the tribals manufacture all kinds of articles of daily use with bamboo. The interior of the typical hill Miri house is the same as that of other tribals, with a central hall that has a fireplace right in the center. It keeps the house warm and also helps seasoning of various food items. The hill Miris are expert weavers of baskets, hats, and fishing implements, all made of split bamboo. Males who hold important positions in the society are entitled to wear a headgear that is made of bamboo and decorated with feathers of birds and hair of animals that they kill as part of traditional hunting. the hill Miris are yet to realize the importance of schools. Thus, while the women folk and other adults go out to the field for cultivation, it's the older children who have to look after the babies and the younger children.
हम लोग यहाँ का हिलमेरी जो है वो खेती काम करता है। खेती करके धान या मरवा कुछ ये लेकर पहले हम लोग धान का गौर में जमा देगा, उसका बाद औरत लोग अपंग बनाएगा, अपंग बनाने के बाद उसको बिक्री करके पैसा मिलेगा, वो पैसा से हम लोग खाना पीना चलता है।
Expert hunters as they are, the hill Miris keep the heads and skulls of animals they kill well displayed inside their houses as if they are trophies won in a competition. In fact, the status of a person is often determined by the number of such trophies that he has. They also keep the dry meat of animals for the lean days, with the fire in the center of the house helping preserve them.
ये हम लोग का हिलमेरी जो है, ऐसे जो पूजा करता है उसका पूजा का नाम यिर्न है। यिर्न मतलब हम लोग ये पूजा को ये आपका जनवरी फरवरी ऐसे समय में हम लोग बनाता है। तो गौर का कुछ बाल बच्चा या कोई गौर का आदमी बीमार आजार नहीं होने तक ये पूजा हम लोग करता है।
Replete with unlimited natural resources, most favorable atmosphere, lush green forest expanses, beautiful Tripura, with its diverse population of tribes, lies between Bangladesh and Myanmar on one side and Assam, Meghalaya and Mizoram on the other. The Ryang tribes of Tripura, rich in their tradition, culture, and heritage, have preserved their distinctiveness over the ages. Ryangs lived in bamboo-built dwellings with high thatched rooftops. They practice jhum cultivation for their living. Over the years, they are taking to horticulture with the help of the government. They are getting benefited from the sale of products like pineapple, maize, rubber, etc. Riyangs are Buddhist by religion. The immaculate maintenance of their places of worship speaks of their profound devotion to the Almighty. Riyang women are expert weavers. They excel in various exquisite designs in their handloom products. The variegated designs in the fabric are astounding. Dance is a part of life of the Riyangs. Dances vary from festival to festival. That has something to do with cultivation. They wear the most colorful and attractive apparels in such dances as if to proclaim their distinctiveness.
Lami